Yeah, you know what time it is. Valhalla Hour, let's go! Kick back, put on your headphones tight. Rob and Matt, bringing fire every night. From the land of 10,000 lakes, we rule the scene. With a crew so fresh, keeping it raw and clean. Minnesota Vikings, kings of the north. We wear our purple heart and let the battle roar forth. Breaking down the game, dissecting the plays. With passion so fierce, we'll set the night ablaze. So give us a follow, hit that like. Share it with your crew, you know we're about to strike. Valhalla, our podcast, living life bold, where legends are made and stories are told.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up, everybody?
Hello. Another off-season week.
Another off-season week, yeah. Got the combine coming up. Free agency is right around the corner in a couple weeks and everything, and the rumors are flying. Matthew, what are you hearing in terms of quarterback, everything else?
I was just going to say, like, another week of off-season and another week where apparently J.J. McCarthy is getting thrown under the bus, and now the latest rumor is that the team wants him gone and that it's basically over for him and that there's going to be a new starting quarterback next year, and they're probably going to take offers for him, I'm guessing. I don't know, but it sounds like they're kind of saying, like, yeah, nope, let's move on. So I don't know how true that is. Obviously, we'll see in the next 2 months, but
yeah,
it's not looking good for McCarthy.
I actually hear that they want a QB competition. They want to bring in a guy who has experience, like a Mac Jones or a Richardson, to compete with him.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the intention, but if a team calls and gives you a decent trade package for him, I'm sure they wouldn't mind shopping him.
True that. But honestly, let's say we have a QB competition here, right? We bring in that backup quarterback, or we bring in a guy like Kirk Cousins again, which I don't want, or even Rodgers, and let him play this season. Because the following season, it is a deep QB class from what they say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if we're going the Rodgers-Kirk route, I'm taking Kirk over Rodgers simply just because he knows this offense. And I feel like he'd be a better mentor for McCarthy overall than Rodgers would. As far as the quarterback class next year, like, Jefferson's a free agent in 2028. So we're just going to be, I mean, obviously we can draft one that's better than McCarthy, but do we want to go back down the road next year of having a rookie quarterback in Jefferson's last year as the starter on this team?
Yeah. So the short list is Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Malik Willis, possibly Geno Smith if he's released by the Raiders. And I'm going off of Kevin Seifert's most recent article. Mac Jones, is always going to be out there. And then you have Kyler Murray, the possibility that Derek Carr unretires. There's not a plethora of stuff. Okay. So, I mean, we kind of backed ourselves in the corner with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
And Hoyce kind of backed us in this corner too, because you look at who we could have had. And Daniel Jones and friggin' Darnold.
Well, and what that whole thing boils down to is both Darnold and Daniel Jones wanted multi-year contracts. The Vikings were not going to give that to them because they intended on JJ. They drafted him at number 10. They were going to put him in there. The amount of money that Seattle paid Darnold over a multi-year contract, we could not possibly have done it in 1 year to keep him around. And same thing with Daniel Jones, and so I blame Quasi for that debacle because I think KOC had brought in the guys he wanted. He had them lined up, and then Quasi fucked that shit all up because they were dead set on McCarthy, and that didn't leave us many options.
Yeah. And now here we are at square one. Like you just listed, we got Geno Smith. We got what I mean. Geno had a couple good years in Seattle before he did it and got shipped off to Oakland. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
There's
but Geno didn't have that many good years. Period. He only had a couple good years in Seattle.
He only had 2. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if McCarthy's not going to be the guy and they're going to bring somebody else in, like, I want someone that's going to have multiple years starting under their belts. I don't want an Anthony Richardson or a Malik Willis that has 3 career starts. And, like, even those are kind of pedestrian starts. I don't know. I'm so over this shit.
Had more than that. He played in Tennessee before Green Bay.
He had 1 career start in Tennessee. I don't even think it was 1. I don't even know if he started a game in Tennessee. He has 6 career touchdowns in 4 career seasons.
But look at Tennessee, dude.
Yeah, no, for sure. They had a ton of QB competition for him to not crack that lineup, right?
Right.
Yeah, they don't have
How many weapons did they have?
That's not about the weapons. It's about he couldn't even get on the field to throw to the weapons. He's like, I don't know. His arm's whatever. He's good on his feet. His arm is mediocre.
Yeah, because he was behind. Who was their number 1 draft or their draft pick a couple years ago? The quarterback.
Guy that's afraid of Mayo.
Levis?
Will Levis. Yeah.
And didn't they have Tannehill there at the time too? And they shipped him off because of Will Levis. So it's not like he was battling a ton of talent to get on the field there.
Right. And Green Bay is just a well put together roster. Well, I don't know. People are saying that he's going to be getting $28 to $30 million a year. I'm not giving Malik Willis $30 million a year.
No. There's really honestly like the list Rob read off wasn't. Nobody went, ooh, I want to grab that guy right now. Not a single person on that list is like, let's make a deal right now. It just didn't happen for me. So there's really nobody. I mean, other than making a trade for a Mac Jones, who would be, to me, nothing more than a bridge to a new rookie next year. I honestly think that's kind of what's going to happen. Is they're going to ride it out with McCarthy, hire the new GM after the draft, and then next year he drafts his quarterback. I honestly kind of think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I just said, though.
That's going to be brutal. If we can only play another 10 games out of 17 and we're just stuck, I mean, what are we going to do for a backup? Are we going to bring in I don't even know. Like, we can't do Brosmer and Wentz. Like, we got to bring somebody in.
We have to bring somebody in that has experience playing, because I guarantee you McCarthy's going to get hurt again.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the only one I would like. Okay, let's make a deal right now. Is probably Carr, but who knows where he is physically after taking a year off and being injured.
Almost 2 years off right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'd call Arizona and see if they want to ship us Brissett for a 5th.
That would be a better deal, I think, than trying to get Murray. So,
yeah, I don't know. Again, Brissett's at least got quite a bit of career starts. I just don't want someone with less starts than McCarthy being the competition for McCarthy.
I don't want someone with more injury problems than McCarthy.
I mean, if we're
going to competition with McCarthy,
if we're going to do this, we need to do it with a purpose, not just going through the motions for optics reasons. We have to do it with a goal in mind that we're trying to fucking pursue a championship,
Right.
Exactly.
Well, that's why I've brought it up a few times now, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but that's why I say swing for a Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson. Find a quarterback that's on a team where he's kind of disgruntled because they're just not doing. Even if you could swing for Josh Allen in Buffalo, like, hey man, like there's these things on your team that are holding you back. We'll throw a king's ransom at that team to make it an offer they can't refuse. You trade 3 first rounders, but you bring in a fucking top 5 elite quarterback that can win with this defense. You say fuck them picks for a handful of years, like we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. The Rams gave up how many first round picks for how many years straight? They won a ring, and they've had a GM that's drafted well, and it hasn't affected them because they're constantly still in the damn playoffs. So, like, do something, put up or shut up.
On top of that, look how many they traded 5 first-round draft picks for players to build that team in straight years.
Thanks, brother. Love the love.
Yeah, and I think even a couple of those players didn't stay very long. Like Ramsey didn't stay, 2 seasons in LA?
Right.
Yep.
They got what they needed out of him, and then they built around that. So,
yeah.
Right.
To me, I hate giving up draft picks, but man, it's almost time we need to start doing something to bridge the gap to get us to where we're either drafting top 10 or we're drafting bottom 5.
Right.
We need to do something one way or the other because we are this 12 to 18 drafting every year doesn't help us as much as we had hoped. Well, it doesn't help when your GM misses on almost every pick that he's made.
And on top of that, when he trades the 12th pick for a late round, first round pick, and then that exact team takes the player you wanted to take in Williamson.
Yeah, and I think too.
Hamilton was on the board, and you drafted safety.
I think if you make that trade back and you get, if you hit on that pick, he looks genius, and because it was such a huge drop, that was the biggest thing. If I'm trading back, I'm going back maybe 3, maybe 8 spots tops. I'm not going from what was it, 12 to 31 or 12 to 30 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that. I'm not dropping that far in the first round and not getting I would have wanted the next year's first out of the deal. But
yeah, that's a wild drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you take a player that got hurt that season. And what did he do? Nothing.
He just got cut by the UFL.
He got cut by the UFL?
Just in the last 2 months. Yeah, in the last 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that was the report. Was
Super
like
Bowl winner though, so he has something.
Yeah, good for him. But like the report after we cut him was that it wasn't even injury related. That Flores just didn't like him from the jump because he wasn't grasping the playbook, and he just said he wasn't right for this defense and wasn't smart enough to grasp the defense. And yeah, he goes to Philly, can't do anything there, and apparently can't even make it in the UFL. So the guy just somehow was defensive MVP in the national championship game on the best defense in college football, but isn't good enough for the UFL.
That's crazy too. And to a certain extent, you look at what Kwesi and the scouts were looking at during that game with the Georgia Bulldogs and how he did stuff. And you almost feel bad because you're like, well, how wrong could we go on this? He's going to develop, and then it just turns out he's dumb as a box of rocks, and you can't work with him. And I don't know. It's just, but shit happens. Every team out there has busts all the fucking time.
The draft is Kyle such a lottery. You what they say, what is like 17% of first round quarterbacks pan out. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not a
great number for first round quarterbacks.
Right.
So
That's what scares me with all these people saying we need a cornerback, we need an offensive lineman, we need this, that. Like, if we take a cornerback, what cornerback are we taking? Everybody talks about Terrell. Everybody talks about Delaney,
McCoy.
I'm not sold on McCoy.
I know I'm sold on Chris Johnson, the San Diego State kid.
Take him in the second round, and I'll love you.
I mean, you look at, we talked about McNeil Warren 3-4 weeks ago, and now he's been projected to us by 3 different experts in the first round. It's
Well,
like
Jeez.
he went from late
I'll take
second
him. I'll take him.
from late second to mid first in a matter of a month, and the combine hasn't even happened yet.
here's what we'll do. We'll run another mock draft again this week. But before we do, because I know you want to do one, Eric. But before we do, here's my biggest thing. Should we wait in free agency and bide our time, let the draft happen, and then see once what all is available for quarterbacks? Or should we be pulling the trigger right away, trying to get like a Burrow or somebody? And because that's going to drastically affect the draft, because we'll have to give up picks. What do you think is the best route here?
Well, it's frustrating to me because we sit here in the group chats and on this show and we talk about all these restructures that the team can do to free us out of the cap hell that we're currently in. Because I think we're like something 40 million in the red. And my thing with Quincy that I did not like was the fact that he had those on the table and he never utilized them. But now Rob B is the guy; he's the numbers guy. We just saw Patrick Mahomes free up 45 million of cap space from the Chiefs by doing a restructure. Justin Jefferson's got a large cap pick that we can restructure. Obviously, we've talked about O'Neal. We've talked about Hawkins. Like, why are we waiting? You can do it now. You don't have to wait for the new league year to redo these contracts. Right. Free up the money, then see what we're working with before free agency even starts, before the new league year starts. And if we can say, hey, we can free up 20 million this year and a bunch in the future so we can backload a Joe Burrow contract and see if we can go for him. But just do something. Like, I don't know why we sit here on these bloated contracts that could be restructured. Like, maybe there's a method, but we got to see what money we even have first.
And Sully's got a valid question. Who do you want to see getting the GM spot? Here's the thing, Sully. We discussed this before. There's nobody out there right now that jumps out. And I really think the Vikings have the same mindset. There's nobody that really just jumps out. And that's why I think they have Rob Brzezinski, our money guy, just doing the interim role. And they brought in some really good ringers and everything to help augment what the scouts are looking at, the coaches, everything else. I'm not going to be surprised if at the end of the year they just decide to roll with Rob. I don't see any names on any paper anywhere that just jumps out. Yes, we need to hire this guy as a GM. Am I wrong? Or do you guys have anybody in mind?
I mean, the guy we brought in from Seattle, I mean, granted, he was just their version of Rob B, but we talked about how since 2022, they've been nailing every draft, and he's been there to witness it. And so maybe they brought him in as like because he's basically our assistant GM now. So maybe they'll see what they can do as a team. I don't know, but I think that's kind of who they like.
Yeah, we have some in-house stuff. Eric?
I wouldn't doubt they go back to Seattle once they get used to this guy. They maybe go back to Seattle for a low level, or a high level scout or a low level executive in that GM department and go, dude, you guys have hit. You see what Seattle's done. We brought you your money, man. Make it happen type of thing. Because there was like the Rams, I think Seattle and the Colts had like the highest prospect GMs out there, like, assistant GMs or vice presidents of football operation type of guys were the ones that had the most credibility but they were, again, guys, and most of us don't know GMs or front office guys enough to say, I want this guy. I would lay down my life for this guy like we would players type of stuff,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think any one of us can sit here and say, hey, this guy's going to be like a Todd Mache. We can bring in a draft guy who can build a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I don't even know how much. The only guy I think I trust that does like
and
the big drafts would be
Rob,
Jeremiah McDaniels would be the one I would McShay and goddamn, I forgot his name now. The Godfather of the draft, Kuiper.
Max.
I don't want him. I don't want him anywhere
I'm
near
not
a front
talking
office.
Kuiper.
I
I'm
don't want
talking
him
the
anywhere
Troy
near a
guy.
front
I'm
office.
talking the black guy, the Troy.
Oh,
Troy.
Louis Riddick.
Yeah, him too.
Up
Yeah.
until
Somebody who
Mayock
can-
had his brief stint with like the Raiders and whatever, I always went off of what Mike Mayock had on all of his mock drafts and everything, because it seemed to me like between him and Todd Mel Kiper Jr. is a joke. Okay, we all know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mayock and McShay were always really, really right in tune, and were almost spot on correct almost all the time. But then Mike Mayock got his big chance to prove that he was that, and that fucking failed miserably. And yeah, Daniel Jeremiah is the guy I look at right now, but just because of the Mayock track record, I don't know if I want these analysts in here actually doing the real thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, but Jeremiah, he seems to be a little more like he was a lot of the first ones I saw this year were Hunter Lee, the third from Texas Tech, the D tackle, had jumped from like third round, and he had him as a first round pick. So he's willing to go out there and say, I put faith behind this guy,
right,
and move them from late seconds to early thirds into that first round, early second round, because I don't know if he has some intuition or what, but every year he does it, and at least 30% of the guys he says that about seem to hit. So,
well, and like I
honestly,
said,
I don't like the analyst side of it, like you said, Rob. The analyst guys, I don't think don't seem to work out.
Daniel
Eric.
Jeremiah is a guy that I go off of right now, to be honest. But yeah, it's just I don't know if that translates out from the TV studio to the team very well, because we all see what happened with Mayock. And Mayock was kind of a legend for a while, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, fuck, that didn't work, So
Listen, I want someone who can build a team. Like Detroit. You look at the guy in Detroit. He can build a team. Holmes, yeah.
Brad Holmes in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean those
defense fucking sucks, but you look at his draft picks, dude.
Right. Yeah, the analysts, the way that you guys say they're able to hit, they seem more like they should be scouts than GMs. Like that's who we need going out there. Be like, hey, I've been watching this guy. I like this guy, and just be a voice in the ear more than someone that actually pulls the official strings. But they'll never leave their jobs to be scouts. So.
Oh no. Well, and most of them were at one point. I think I know. Yeah. Jeremiah was a scout for a couple of years. Okay. And Louis Riddick does the scouting academy. He's one of the instructors there. So I mean, they've worked the trenches, and now they got the cushy jobs.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you guys what. Just to give us enough time this week, because we were really pushing it last week. Let's start this mock. Same thing as last week. I have to do it on my phone because I can't screen share, but I have Pro Football Focus. I've paid for the app so we can do all 7 rounds. I have it set at medium speed. My emphasis is on draft position or best player available above need, but I did equal it out kind of 50-50. So I'm going to hit start on this, and what I'll do is I'll read off the best player available and then like the next couple of them so that we have some good choices out here. Obviously we need a center, we need an offensive line, we need a running back, and we do need some secondary help. So I'm going to hit start on this thing.
You got the vet discount, right, for that 50% off?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Better. It's a way better deal if you get the veterans discount.
Yep. Okay. We're at number 18. The best player available right now is Cassius Howell, edge out of Texas A&M. But then you have Caleb Banks, defensive interior out of Florida. We need that. Denzel Boston, Washington, wide receiver out of Washington. Caden McDonald, defensive interior out of Ohio State. And I can't even pronounce this.
The guard from Penn State.
Guard out of Penn State, yes. Caleb Proctor is down a couple spots where I think we should almost trade back in the first round. That tackle from Alabama, if we're trying to pull that off. But does anybody interest you guys right here between Cassius Howell? I'm going to say no because we already have enough edge rushers. Caleb Banks on the Florida, that's interesting.
Yeah, Caleb Banks is interesting, but I think he's more of a second rounder.
So you would go that or your next best defensive interior guy, and we've been talking where we need a nose tackle, a big guy up front for years. So you have him and you have Caden McDonald. Caleb Banks is 6'6", 330. And Caden McDonald is 6'3", 326.
I'll go Banks over McDonald.
What do you guys think, Matthew and Eric?
I'm not a college guy, so I don't really know these names, but I haven't really, like, if they're not generally being mocked to the Vikings, I don't look into them, so I'm not running to the podium for any of those. I would at that point look at the available trades, and if someone wants to move up 5 or 6 spots, I'd see what we can get to move back and get the same quality players.
I'm the same thing.
Trades,
Because
we're not getting a lot of. There's 5 trades, but nobody wants to give us anything.
Okay.
Banks to me is a second round pick. Like a lot of the players that you named off are second round picks to me.
I'll take 6'6", 330 though. That'd be fantastic to have.
Banks to me, he has the skill set to be a pass rusher and get to the quarterback. Is the Ohio State defensive tackle there?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Yes, that's Cade McDonald. That's the other one I said. That's we basically what we're doing.
Yeah,
is
I'll take him. I'll take him over him.
And Cade McDonald.
So
I'll take McDonald over Banks because McDonald is somebody you can't push around.
Who are the next 2 available after the guard from Penn State?
TJ Parker, an edge rusher from Clemson, and Kenyon Sadiq, a tight end from Oregon. And then you have Caden Proctor, the tackle out of Alabama.
See, I'd reach for the tackle over a defensive tackle. We need O-line so bad.
We need backup O-line so bad. I don't like everybody here sits here and says we need O-line so bad. We need backup O-line so bad.
Well, we just need, in general, O-line. Like, we should honestly probably move on from O'Neal, replace him because he's 30 and usually pretty injured. We need someone that can step in for Darrisaw when he gets his obligatory injury. And, I mean, we obviously need a true starting center.
Yeah. So what I can do, Caden Proctor is projected at number 25. We're at number 18 right now. I can try to offer a trade to get back to like number 23 or something. So that he's still there. Let me see what I can do. If we want to trade for a tackle,
pick up a late third for him.
Yeah, shoot. So the highest team that wants to trade is number 28, though. That's the problem with the Houston Texans.
But you can probably still get Proctor at 28, and then you're probably walking away with a third and a fifth out of it.
Let me see.
But is Proctor going to be there?
Yeah, you never know, but it's a risk you got to take if you want to try to maneuver around.
Yeah, I can try to trade with the Texans to let him move up. We'll get a butt ton of picks, but Proctor might not be there. Let me see if I can pull off this trade with the Texans quick. So we're trading 28, giving them 18. We're going to ask for 59. And we're going to ask for their 6th round pick, number 165. We'll give them 240, our last round pick in the 7th round. Let's see what happens. They accepted it. All right.
Nice.
All right. We are on the clock, and Caden Proctor's there. Bag him up.
Bag him up.
All right, snagging him up.
Who else is there?
Oh, it's too late. I already snagged him.
Damn you! Like
I think, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, all right.
Brock is a good player.
We are on
That's
pick
the
number
same.
49 right now. It's Dylan Thieneman, the safety out of Oregon. AJ Halsey, the safety out of LSU. Eli Stowers, the tight end out of Vanderbilt.
Demon.
Ooh, Jake Golday, linebacker out of Cincinnati.
Demon.
Yeah,
Demon.
I love Galladay. I love Galladay so dang much.
I love Galladay, but at the same time, Demon. Cleveland.
We're about 10 spots too far ahead to pick Golday.
Yeah.
Thieneman out of Oregon as a safety, because we are going to need a replacement on that too, is going to actually be
Demon. It would be the best spec here.
Yeah.
how tall is he? Is he at least 6 feet?
Hold on a second.
Yeah. He's
AJ
like-
Halsey is 6 foot 222.
Ooh, okay.
Thieneman
This-
is oops, hold on. That didn't work the way it was supposed to. He's 6'0", 205. So it's they're basically about the same, and Thieneman's got a couple pounds on him.
Okay, nice. I like the weight.
Okay. You guys in agreement with Thieneman then?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Drafting him now.
Then we can
All right,
decide what to do with Metellus, whether we keep
here we
Metellus
are
at safety or go in the corner.
Here we are again with our pick that I traded to that I just traded and everything. Jake Golday is the number one player.
Go
So
there.
this is the one we got from
Galladay.
Houston.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think that's a
Golday.
no-brainer.
Yep.
Golday. Sorry.
We're
Wait a
gonna
minute.
get
Who's
an
that
answer on
center?
that one because that was 7 spots after he was projected. So
Who's that
All right,
That's the
center?
linebacker.
The next
We
spec we have to look at who's center.
we should be drafting linebackers in every draft. We should be drafting safeties in every draft. I really feel like we should draft a quarterback every time too. But we're at pick 82 right now.
Centers.
Best player available, Michael Trigg, and then you've got Jake
Oh,
Slaughter, center from Florida. I think that's a no-brainer right there.
That's a tough
Slaughter.
one. I love Trigg. If we don't keep Hawkinson, we have to take Trigg.
Yeah,
What are you talking about? Trigg is what is Trigg? He's oh
went
god.
from-
he's a tight end. He's a tight
I
end.
didn't. Oh my god. That's a
He's
50-50
he's
on me.
6'4" and 240 out of Baylor. But right there is
Yeah, no, that's a
Jake
50-50
Slaughter.
on me.
Yeah, take Slaughter.
Slaughter center.
Yeah.
That's the position. That's definitely
Well-
the position of need. It depends
So-
on what we do with Hawkinson. Like
I really
Trod.
think we're restructuring Hawkinson. We're keeping him, you guys.
Rob, you're the Iowa fan. How is your center that's projected to be what, then a 4th or 5th round pick? Like,
Logan
if
Jones
we
is
wait,
good.
would he be worth a 5th round player?
Oliver is better than nobody. Better than not nobody, but better than
The center from Iowa is going to be solid if you get him in the 3rd or 4th round. You know, the guard with the mullet and everything. Jennings Dunker. I mean, he's already gone.
Yeah, but I'm like, we need a center, and I keep seeing that one from Iowa pop up in like the 4th or 5th round, and it's like,
we could gamble that he's right there in our range, and I've been able to get him before, but I
let's
don't
get
know if
Trod.
we will
Let's get
on
Trod.
this
Let's
mock
get
draft.
Trod.
oh, it's Slaughter.
I like the tight end out of Houston too, Tanner Koziel.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. I like him a lot. I don't know where's he been going.
Hold on a second. Let me try and get you an
6th,
answer on that.
5th or 6th, I think.
I might hold out for Koziel and go with Slaughter right here.
Yeah, that's not for a ways down yet.
Koziel's
let's go
like
with Slaughter.
6'7",
We could go with it.
255.
Like
He's a
I'm
monster.
saying, Slaughter to me is my first pick out of all this.
All right, Slaughter it up.
All right, we're taking Slaughter. And anyways, I just want to buy a Vikings jersey that says Slaughter on it, right? It's who the fuck
I
is-
agree.
Maybe his number could be 69 too.
Okay, this one we're at number 97 right now with the trading that I did. This is going to be very interesting because we have several needs. We do need to get some running backs and we need some back end. So the best player available right now, ranked 81 and average draft position 81.9, Emmett Johnson, the halfback out of Nebraska.
From Minnesota.
Johnson. Sorry.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
available at corner? Have we taken a corner yet or no?
I don't
No.
know.
We haven't taken the corner yet, no.
His only competition of shit that we need is Zakee Wheatley, the safety out of Penn State, and then
We already took a 50.
out of Arizona.
Who's the kid from Arizona?
Johnson. Sorry,
Yeah,
we already took a safety.
Yeah, I really feel like we need to snag up Johnson right here.
So when we sign Gainwell and we have Gainwell and Mason, then we can have Johnson as the projected, young guy. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm big on Gainwell. I'm sorry. There's nobody who's going to get me off of Kenneth Gainwell. He won't cost
And Mason's only under for one more year anyway, so you could have all three of them and then just have Johnson take over with Gainwell in 2 years.
Exactly.
And that
Or
works
Mason.
out great because Ty Chandler has no business being on this team, and there's a
How
lot
is he
of
still on the roster?
Okay, we're going to draft Johnson now. And here we go. Now we got a bit of a wait.
Yep, 161.
161.
So we took Proctor with our first pick after trading down, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got Slaughter. We got our O-line fixed. Now all we need is a corner.
How do you guys feel about possibly turning, or looking at Anthony Richardson as maybe a project player?
No.
We were talking about that earlier, and I'm not opposed to it. I just don't want to give up anything for him.
Well, I don't think they're going to ask for a ton. I mean, the guy has pretty much played his way out of Indiana. He's tapped his way out of Indianapolis. I'm just saying.
I think we should talk about this after we do this mock draft.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so best player available is Trey Moore, linebacker out of Texas. Then you have Mike Washington Jr., the halfback out of Arkansas.
Oh,
God, no.
But
This
then-
fell the worst we could.
But then
Is
you
there
have
any
Hezekiah
corners?
Mathis, the corner out of California, out of Cal.
Take the corner. Take the corner.
Name the top four corners right now.
Okay, hold on a second. So at number 160, where we're at right now, you have Hezekiah Mathis, the corner out of Cal. At 179, if we move down 19 spots, you have Takario Davis, the corner out of Washington. At 195, moving way down, then you have Devin Marshall, the corner out of North Carolina State. And at number 202, you have Jaden Kennedy, the corner out of Oregon.
Mathis. I'm taking
I like
Mathis.
the kid from Washington, but
I like Massis from Cal. I do like him.
I do too, to be honest. If we're looking at so he's 6'1", 185. That's that range that we want too.
Yeah.
Mario Davis is kind of flamed out everywhere he's transferred to. He's he's like a prototypical, like a Brandon Browner, like a he's a taller corner, but he's fizzled everywhere he's gone. So I'd be a little hesitant on him.
Yeah.
But Massis, I like.
Do you guys want to draft Massis right here?
let's do it.
We have
Let's do
another
it.
pick and 3 picks, by the way, just because of trades.
Yep.
I would snag the corner just because corner depth goes quicker than pretty much every position at this point in the draft. So I would probably take the corner you want here.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
we'll
Let's
snag
take
Massis.
Massis.
We'll snag up Massis here, and we are on the clock again.
Is Mike Washington still there?
I don't think so.
He was there 2 picks ago. Did he go?
Which one?
Mike Washington. Is he still there?
No, my top picks are Trey Moore, Jamari Taylor, Harold Perkins Jr., and Pat Coogan, the center out of Indiana.
So somebody just
Yeah, that's
had it.
right
Yep.
after. It's hard for me to switch back to. Doggone it! Oh, hold on. Yes, the Bears took him at number 163.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Aren't you happy we took who we wanted to take at Our pick?
Can I have both?
We got a running back out of it. That's fine. No worries.
Unless you guys, okay, here's the deal. So we have Trey Moore, the linebacker out of Texas, Jamari Taylor, the running back out of Virginia, Harold Perkins Jr., the linebacker out of LSU, Pat Coogan, center out in Indiana. We just got our center. Then you have Ted Hurst, wide receiver out of Georgia State, Caden Curry, the edge rusher out of Ohio State, Miles Kittlesman, tight end out of Tennessee, and then Nolan Rucci, tackle out of Penn State. Kobe Baines, guard out of I almost think it's worth trying to trade down about 10 spots if any of those guys interest you.
I like the linebacker from LSU and the tight end from Tennessee, but
so Perkins
Jr.
But we already LSU, I think would be a good pick here.
Didn't we?
What's that?
No, we passed on tight end.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the one from. Yeah.
So in terms of tight end, if we're trying to get one in the draft, you got the guy that's available to us now within reach, that Miles Kittlesman out of Tennessee. Then that's at 171. We're at 165 right now, so we could kind of break our armor a little bit on that one. Tanner Kozel out of Houston is at 178. Dylan Bentley out of Utah is at 181. John Michael Gillenborg is at 185 out of Wyoming. And if we're trying to target a tight end instead of doing best player available, I would suggest we trade back for it.
Or we just take the kid, the kid from Houston right now. We're at what, 161, 163.
It's not much of a reach to take that kid now.
165.
Yeah, let's take the Houston.
Yeah, because I don't think it's much of a reach.
Yeah, at this point of the draft, you're just getting 6th and 7th round picks for the trade back anyway. Just get the guy you want.
So yeah. Miles Killerman out of Tennessee, though?
The one from Houston.
Tanner Kozel.
Okay, it's 178. So we're
13 spots.
About 13 spots. I can draft him. If
you guys that's not a big reach.
All right, we'll draft Tanner Kozel then out of Houston.
Goodbye, Oliver.
Sorry, I didn't know if anybody had done that.
I love that sound. Like, if I could have that as my ringtone for the month of April.
I wish I could have it in my head when I need to take a shit.
So
if that flipped on, I would listen every time and be like, okay,
you guys are gonna shit your pants right now because we're at number 195, which was the trade from Indianapolis. We have 3 tight ends and a center. We have John Michael Gillenborg, tight end out of Wyoming. We have DeQuan Wright, tight end out of Mississippi. We have Oscar Delp, tight end out of Georgia, and Matthew. There he sits, Logan Jones, the center out of Iowa.
Logan Jones. Take him. Logan Jones.
Center guard.
I think I can't believe he dropped like this, but I think we're going Logan Jones, Iowa, the whole
Have we taken a defensive tackle yet?
Yes.
No.
Who did we take?
Did we?
Well, yeah, we took Banks instead of.
Yeah, I thought that was our first round.
Yeah, we take Banks in the first.
No, we took a tackle in the first.
Oh,
we took a tackle in the first. Like, I'll be happy with Logan Jones here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
taking
Jones.
Competition at center.
We have a pick again and 2 picks, by the way. So,
so wait, we took Caleb Banks with our first pick and then Proctor.
Yep.
No, Proctor was our first pick.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Okay, let's go so far.
Right, hold on. Round 1, we took Caden Proctor, tackle Alabama. Round 2, we took Dylan Thieneman, safety out of Oregon. Line 3, Jake Golday, linebacker out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
We just fucked up.
Round 3, Jake Slaughter. Round 3, Emmett Johnson, running back out of Nebraska. Round 5, Hezekiah Massas, cornerback California. Round 5, Tanner Kozel, tight end Houston. Round 6, we have Logan Jones. And we're picking again. So basically all those same players are there. We got John Michael Gillenborg, the tight end out of Wyoming. Oscar Delp, the tight end out of Georgia.
We need a nose tackle.
Where's the
Jalen
defensive
Daniels,
tackle? What's
quarterback
available
out
at
of
defensive
Kansas.
tackle?
We need to know his tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah, just grab the biggest bitch you can find.
We're going to need to trade back about 30 spots because the next best one on the board is James Thompson Jr. out of Illinois. I'm sorry. No, it's Zane Durant out of Penn State, but it's still number 234. We're at number
We can
197.
wait on that.
And
That's
he's a
fine.
little undersized. He's like 290.
Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
What
We may
do
need
we?
to-
Well, we just fucked up this draft.
Yeah.
not really, because we can use free agency for a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Well, I know people didn't love Allen and Hargrave, but we did have a top 5 defense last year with them, and they're both still under contract, so it's not the end of the world.
They're going to cut one of them for sure. I don't know which one, but they'll probably cut one of them.
I think it's
For-
going to be
probably
Hargrave.
Hargrave.
He has the bigger cap hit.
Exactly,
thing.
yeah.
We're picking right within that range. One of those defensive tackles could be there yet. We have picked number 197, 202, and 234 left.
Okay.
I don't think we need to mess with tight ends anymore. So
No.
what we have is Jalen Daniels, a quarterback out of Kansas, Jeff Caldwell, wide receiver out of Cincinnati, Isaiah Naquambia, a safety out of SMU, Robert Spears Jennings, the safety out of Oklahoma, and
Bruce Jennings.
Is Cole Wisniewski, safety out of Texas Tech, available? Cole Wisniewski?
Always
I
watch.
think he's way further down yet.
He's way further down? Okay.
yeah,
I'd say we probably just missed on Bud Clark from TCU.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
the
at this
top
point, I'm
rated-
just throwing.
The top-rated safeties left is Isaiah Naquambia out of
From
SMU, Robert
SMU.
Spears Jennings out of Oklahoma, Lorenzo Styles Jr. out of Ohio State, Jalen Canton out of Missouri, VJ Payne out of Kansas State, Louis Moore out of Indiana, Jacoby Thomas out of Miami, Xavier Naquamba out of Iowa, Austin Brown out of Wisconsin, and then it gets really into guys you probably never heard of. So,
Oh, I have been there 4 rounds ago.
What do we got for wide receivers available? The top wide receivers.
Ted Hurst still there?
we have one that would get us an A rating. It's Jeff Caldwell out of Cincinnati at ranked number 198, and we're picking 197. We get an A plus if we drafted him here.
What do we have after him?
6'5", 215 is a wide receiver.
Take him.
Hold on a second.
I was just thinking if the kid from Florida's there.
After him, it drops quite a bit to Caleb Douglas out of Texas Tech, and then Colby Young out of Georgia at 214, Noah Thomas out of Georgia at 217, Michael Sturdivant out of Florida at 219, and
That kid's going to jump up after the combine.
here's the wild card. You don't have to
Anybody who has
forget
6'5" on their
Yep.
title list.
At number 221 is Caden Weegan out of Iowa, and he set NCAA records on special teams for the amount of kicks he ran back this year.
Yep.
He
We do not need another Amir Smith like that. Please don't.
on a roster.
I loved Amir Smith.
Yeah, no.
He's got a Super Bowl ring.
Another repeat of Amir.
ISM won us that game versus Chicago.
Yeah, Amir was the bomb, and I loved him, but what happened after?
Hey, Gophers basketball won a game? Good on that.
Yeah, they've been upsetting everybody lately.
If we think
Let's go with the kid from Cincinnati. I'm good with that.
with Caldwell, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
All right, we'll draft Caldwell here. We're picking next at 202, so it's right around the corner. And yes, here we go. So Gillenborg is still there at tight end, and Delp is still there at oh boy. All right.
I do like Delp, but he's been ranked high in a lot of other boards. The guy from Georgia, he's been ranked high in a lot of boards.
There's
What
nothing
about
stopping us from grabbing multiple tight ends because we still have one more pick after this. If you guys
Well, I feel like Hawkinson, though, we might need that. What quarterbacks are available?
Jalen Daniels out of Kansas is right there.
Jalen Daniels, okay.
And it would be a steal for us because he's ranked number 194 and we're picking at 202.
Anybody else?
Oh, I'll say who's the next 2 quarterbacks available?
Switch over here. It drops to Taylon Green from Arkansas at 227. Luke Altmaier out of Illinois at 230. Or I'm sorry, 227 for Green, 237 for Altmaier. Sawyer Robertson out of Baylor at 241. Haynes King out of Georgia Tech at 244. Joey Aguilar.
Haynes King out of Georgia Tech is nice.
But not this early, I don't think.
You could sign that guy.
If we're trying to do that, Haynes King will be there with our last round pick.
Yeah.
But we got to look at D tackle at this point right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He'll be there in undrafted free agency.
So we might think about trading down here too because Zane Durant from Penn State's the next one. We're at number 202. He's ranked 234. Our last pick in the draft is 234. We could probably get him then.
Yeah, I don't want him though because he's undersized. He's like 290.
James
else is there at defensive tackle?
Illinois is at 235. All the rest of the defensive tackles are going after our last draft pick, but we could have our pick of the litter if we want to take one in the last pick. The best case scenarios right now, if we don't go Jalen Daniels out of Kansas at quarter, we have Robert Spears Jennings, safety out of Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Ephesians Prysock, the corner out of Washington.
I actually like him. I like him.
It's not a reach to take him here. And we also have Andre Fuller out of Toledo right there. That's not a reach.
And we need bodies so bad in the secondary. Like, just throw picks back there and see what sticks.
I think Freystock could be big.
Freystock, you're going to love this. He's 6'4".
Yeah.
Oh, in my veins, please.
That's why I like him. Yeah. I would take Freystock.
I think that just sold me right there on Presock.
This year's Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, we're snagging him. Fuck it. Okay, our last pick is going to be at 234. And my phone is pooping. Come on.
It just dies on the last pick.
Let's go. Okay, we're at number 234. And our best player available is Terrion Stewart, the halfback out of Virginia Tech. Got a tight end out of USC called Lake McRee. You have a linebacker out of USC, Eric Gentry. Halfback, quarterback. Okay, Devin Eastern out of Minnesota. Ranked at 239, the best defensive interior player available.
Yep.
I'm okay with Devin Eastern.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I've seen him play a few games. He's not terrible.
Okay, we'll snag him, and we'll get our grade here. As soon as this gets done ticking off.
Well, that's the worst part, waiting for that assessment.
Right? All right, analyzing your draft.
Yeah, I gotta say, I do like 2 of these a day, man.
We got an overall A rating on our draft. Our first round pick, Hayden Proctor at number 28, was a B+. Our second round safety, Dylan Thieneman, was an A+. Our second rounder, linebacker Jake Golday out of Cincinnati, a B+. Round 3, our center at number 82, Jake Slaughter, was an A-. Round 3, our halfback at number 97, Emmett Johnson, was an A. Round 5, at number 161, our cornerback Hezekiah Massis was an A-. Number 165, our tight end Tanner Koziel was a C-. That was the only really bad one. 195, our center Logan Jones out of Iowa was an A-. 197, our wide receiver Jeff Caldwell out of Cincinnati was a B-. Round 202, or round 6, pick number 202, Ephesians Prysock was a B+, and our last pick of the draft at 234 in round 7, Devin Eastern was a C+. Overall grading of an A on our draft. So, I think if whoever, and here's the thing, if whoever the fuck we bring in,
Right.
as GM, knows how to balance free agency and the draft, kind of like that and everything, I think we can right the ship. What are you guys' thoughts at this point?
Yeah.
Well, as the future GM of the Minnesota Vikings, I approve of your message. Thank you.
Hey, now I put in for that job too, so.
Yeah, but I said I'd work on commission. Maybe we can split commission. How about
You got the hell of a commission.
that? We're just trying to get out of Florida, Eric. We're just trying to get out of Florida.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, we have a lot of captive free ups, and that's going to affect things. This whole are we going to trade Addison this offseason? Like, there's so many dominoes that have to fall before I have any idea of what we're going to target in the draft.
So I shared that link in the chat. If you can try it 3 times a day for free, is it stick to the move or stick to the something? It starts you out at free agency and works you all the way through the draft.
That's
So if you want to give it a try, go ahead. It's in beta testing yet, but it's a pretty good program. It's easy to use, but it's kind of hard to or not hard to figure out, but it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on.
Yeah,
I'll check it out for sure.
What do you guys think is Sully's idea here for trading Addison and bringing Tyreek Hill in?
Nope.
Yeah, that's insanity.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to trading Addison, but I have zero interest in Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I shared the idea of a second and a fourth for an additional fifth for Addison from the Bills.
Yeah.
I would be okay with trading Addison to the Saints for Chris Olave. Straight up.
Ooh.
Chris Olave and Derek Carr for Addison.
Well, Derek Carr wouldn't cost us anything.
Well, no, he's still under contract with the Saints, I believe.
Yeah.
Fine, give him a 7th round pick, whatever. Addison in the 7th for Olave and Carr.
There you go. I'm good with that.
I'm good with Olave. You got me.
I thought Olave came on strong at the end of last year. I thought that Olave would have made the Bills more of a Super Bowl contender, if not in the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got about a minute and a half left. Let's go around the horn and get our final thoughts. We'll start with you, Matthew.
I'll use mine to answer Colin's question from earlier about Anthony Richardson. I'd bring him in as a Taysom Hill type and use him as like an all-around threat, but I have zero interest in him being like one of our quarterback solutions.
Right. Eric, what do you think?
I like Matthew's take on that. I like Anthony Richardson coming out of the draft. I thought he was overdrafted or drafted way too high, but I think this offseason is going to be really interesting. Is that me speeding back? I hope we can start getting under the cap real soon.
Yeah. Darren.
Well, this whole debacle with the GM, it had to happen. Been praying on it. It happened. Rob B is going to fix his cap. Move Addison, bring in CJ Stroud. I'd say let it happen.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to hit on that one next week. I forgot about that.
You got 20 seconds, Colin. Round us out here.
A name to keep in mind in the quarterback pool that I would love to have, even though he's kind of a controversial guy, Jameis Winston.
All right.
It would be a ton of fun.
All right, we'll see you guys back next Saturday here at 12 o'clock noon. So, everybody have a great one.
Yeah, yo, it's game time. Ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports. Just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken. Stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.